Hi there. This reading is intended for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We're taking a look at your love life for the month of June. I'm looking at the bottom of your oracle deck, Aquarius, because you have kind of an interesting situation going on here. I feel like for a lot of you, there's been a situation in your life where, because of the way that things have played out, it's really shaped the way that you are viewing love and relationships in general. Wanted to explore that a little more because that seems to be what's most prevalent on your mind. There's a part of you that is kind of over love, and it looks like you were trying to take a little bit of a break from just dating or dealing with anybody so that you could assess where you're at. And I'm seeing that came out very strongly. But there's also a part of you that's become restless. And of course, just like everyone else, you'd like to find your match, or you want to find that person that you can really have an honest connection with, right? I'm looking at the bottom of your oracle deck and I'm seeing twin flame come out in the upright, which explains a lot of this energy that I was looking at here, because when this card comes out in the upright, this means that the chase is kind of back on. It's showing me that energy is reactivated, and that often happens when there's been a break between a twin flame connection and you're both kind of taking your time apart. Usually what I find in twin flame connections or really big relationships that are supposed to help your soul's growth is that they have different levels to them, right? And so it's almost like once you achieve the lesson of one level, you end up leveling up in the connection. It looks like you had the lesson, you took a break, you really processed what that lesson was for you. And then because it's time for the next step in this connection, that energy was kind of reactivated where you started feeling that pull towards that person again. As I'm looking through the back part of your oracle deck, this is showing me that there was some sort of kind of reuniting with one another or discussion. I do see the possibility of a relationship and things going better, but I also see the energy of the ex being very prevalent in this relationship. You could be that ex partner, but the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, you're dealing with someone who is in a committed relationship elsewhere. They could be waiting on that divorce because of what I'm seeing here. Whatever their relationship status is, if they're in a relationship with someone else, it doesn't look happy to me at all. You've been really taking a break from this connection, but I'm also seeing it's in the hopes that this person will realize how happy you make them and start making the moves that they need to make to be able to come towards you rather than stay where they are, right? So your person's energy in the past is the Two of Wands. And again, that's showing me kind of that dynamic of them having someone that they're committed to and then having you over here. And so there's that choice that they're having to make. And I'm feeling like you're the person on the outside of the connection, Aquarius, because your energy is coming through as the Devil. So you would be the temptation to step outside of a marriage or step outside of a family situation that this person's already in. The past outcome for the both of you was the Ace of Swords. So there was some truths that came out, but there was also some decisions around whether or not this would be able to work, right? And I feel like the person that you were dealing with, Aquarius, probably chose to go back and try to fix things in their family connection, or they chose to just be single or veer on that other end of the spectrum away from where you were waiting for them to come, right? For you, this has been really hard because you started to feel as though this relationship was karmic in nature or very toxic to your well-being. Bottom of the deck for this is the Eight of Cups. And this is still showing me with this in the reverse. It's like there's one person outside of a connection, and then this person here is kind of doing whatever they please while people are waiting on them, right? For some of you, if you're dealing with a married person, the relationship could have been exposed in the past that you were with them. And that could have caused quite a disturbance between them and their person, right? I'm just taking a look because the energy of what you'll be dealing with over the next few weeks is the Six of Cups, and that's combined with flirtation. The Six of Cups talks about soulmate connections, but it also talks about the resurgence of someone in your life that you haven't been dealing with, somebody that you possibly could have blocked for the simple fact that you felt like they were keeping you waiting on this decision over here as to whether or not they're going to leave wherever they are, right? The person that they're with. Now, I'm also seeing with this Two of Wands, your person not only had a choice to make, they were very confused, but I feel as though, unfortunately, it seems like they almost decided to release your connection to try to go back to whatever it is they were working on with whomever was there before you. For some of you, your person has someone pregnant or they have children with this person, or they're just a mother or father and they're dating someone else. And so they've kind of built this home life. And that was part of the issue, is that even though they felt incredibly attracted to you, they didn't want to stray away from what they've already built with this person over here. And I feel like it probably has a lot to do with the kids and also the stability. So moving along for the month, it looks like there's some nostalgia here and there's some temptation to flirt with the past. And for you, Aquarius, I feel like you are someone's temptation. So I could be reading for a different group of Aquariuses than I've been reading for, but this could also be the same group. The reason why I say this is a different group is because the Aquariuses that I've been reading for have kind of been in this weird toxic situation for a while and they've been getting out of it. But in all honesty, this could be that same situation. So please take it however it resonates. Anything else for, okay. So it looks like you have an opportunity to strike back up an affair if you've been in one. This is saying that, that's exactly it. The person that you are dealing with, they may be very focused on trying to build their family. Family could also be career, but I feel like there's more than two people involved in this particular connection that I'm seeing. And so this is them actually kind of flirting with you or being like, hey, Aquarius, we used to have such great sex, or, because this is your energy here, even though I love you, or maybe they've never said I love you, but you just kind of feel that this person really likes you or they're really into your energy. This is actually an opportunity for you to be outside of this relationship as the third person. And the hard part is, I think you want so much more from this individual, right? Because this is you kind of waiting for this person to separate from the person that they're with. I feel like for some of you, you'll take the person however you can get them. But for others of you, you really are wanting a long-term commitment with this person. And so this is becoming kind of difficult for you to be a part of. The person that you have been kind of on the fence about whether or not to leave, because it feels like they're going to end up, staying with this other energy over here. They really miss you. And so you will have a decision to make about whether or not you're wanting to actually have an affair with this person, is what this is looking like. Now, your thoughts and feelings for the next few weeks is the Temperance in the reverse. So that goes back to the energy of the Death card. But we also talk about the fact that there's a huge imbalance here. And that's why you're thinking about ending the connection, is that you're not able to have this person full time, being that they're already somewhere else doing something else, right? Tell me anything else. Okay, so you're tired of feeling like you're the other man or other woman in this connection. For you, I feel like initially this may have been very fun, but you really started to catch feelings for this person. And you're feeling as though you're always on the outside looking in. For you, this is becoming very difficult because the dynamic of this relationship has changed. In the beginning, maybe it wasn't as serious, whereas now it's harder and harder to see this person with someone else when you're wishing that that was you, right? This is you wanting to not put work into a situation unless you have an idea of what this person's plan is. Are you leaving your husband? Are you leaving your wife? Is this divorce going to happen, or are you moving out? This is very much the energy of you kind of wanting to be able to strike things back up with this person. But at the same time, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're suddenly the third wheel of this relationship and you're not getting your needs met, but this person is coming to you every time they have an argument with their husband or their wife, right? how you view your person is the Queen of Wands. So to me, this is very attractive. You find this person very sexy, but you feel like they belong to someone else. This is you feeling like you don't want to have your heart broken by this person. You feel like this person has a way of kind of using their sex appeal to get what they want, right? But they're not willing to make the actions necessary to be able to be yours full time. I think for some of you, this person is not only a dream come true, but the hard part is there's a lot coming, so hold on. Sorry if I'm talking fast. This person is your dream come true, but you also feel like they're very selfish. There's an energy here of you feeling like they like the drama that they're kind of creating in the life, like their life, your life. It's almost like this person gets off on kind of having a secret or keeping you a secret. That's part of the appeal of this connection. For you, you feel as though this person, hold on a minute, because there's something coming through here. You feel like this person, because of the way that they operate, you're wondering if you're the only person that they're dealing with outside of their relationship, because you feel like this person really, really likes to be wanted. This person could have a very high sex drive. And so it's got you a little bit suspicious as to whether or not you are the only other person that they're with. And it's making you feel like you're being used, but it's also making you feel like this is drama. Because it's one thing if you're like, okay, I'm the other person and they only come to me. But then I feel like you're trying to watch and see their inner reactions with other people so you can gauge whether or not they're sleeping with more people. Because that's going to help give you the information you need to know about whether or not you're going to continue to deal with this situation. Also, this is you watching the person you're in, you're watching their relationship to see if there's drama within their marriage, and the thing about it, or their relationship. The thing about it is, I feel like with this Four of Swords reversed, you provide wise counsel to this person about how to go about saving their relationship. I feel as though you've gotten into a space where you've decided you will no longer do that. And you're becoming, I don't want to say you're becoming hard or your heart is hardening, but for you, I think that the person that you're dealing with, you see how unhappy they are or how mismatched the energy is between them and their person. And so you're no longer going to keep trying to prolong the inevitable. You're not telling this person to leave because they have free will. That's exactly it. And you don't want to give this person the kind of situation where it's like, choose me or lose me. It's kind of more like you want this person to come to that conclusion on their own. So you've tried to be supportive of their endeavors, but you're deciding not to do that anymore because you feel like you're just perpetuating the cycle. And you're giving this person the impression that you don't care, or that you are a doormat, or that you're oblivious to the situation that they're putting you in, that it's not affecting you. And I feel like for you, Aquarius, it really is affecting you. So you're starting to be more verbal about it and kind of being less of a friend, it feels like, to this person, and more of it's almost like, I don't want to say you're getting cold on this person, but you're not willing, you don't want to sit and listen to their relationship problems when they are putting you as the third person, right? Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups. You're going to keep your feelings hidden from this person. I feel like you're really trying to shut this off, shut this down, because you like to find someone that can be with you full time. That's what that Five of Wands was about too. I got it and then I lost it just that fast. This was also talking about you trying to date other people because you're looking for someone that's single and can actually give you what you want. It's like when you started to catch feelings for this person, I feel like you want to know where this is going, but at the same time, you're looking at this like, okay, the problem here is me. I need to find someone else. I need to find someone that's available to give me what I want, but you're not feeling that same connection with other people that you feel with this person. And that's what's making this so hard, because this person is they're somewhere else, right? They're committed somewhere else, and they're unhappily committed somewhere else. It seems like this person wishes that they could go do what they want to do, right? All right, so what you will do, Ace of Pentacles reversed. So this is you, kind of, yeah. You're kind of having a hard time with the way you feel about this person, because you really feel like this is your match. And you got into a space where you feel like there's nothing more that you can do about this connection. So I feel like this is kind of an energy of you trying to give up on this person and look for someone else. But this is putting you back in that energy of feeling like love hurts, or love is disappointing, or love is like an uphill battle, right? Okay, so you're waiting. You're going to try to pull back and then just watch this person and see what happens. I think you know that they're very unhappy where they are, because there's a lot of energy of this individual talking to you about their life. I feel like for you, you're going to play your cards very close to your vest and not tell this person how you're feeling or what you're hoping for. It looks like you'll be withdrawing from this connection, but you'll still maintain a friendship and keep your eye on them, like the couple that you're kind of dealing with, because you're hoping that eventually their relationship will fall apart if you're not there to always provide counsel or some sort of mediation. And then the person that you like will come back to you. That's the way you're looking at this. If you stop giving this person your advice and trying to support them, which, that often is the case. This is a smart idea, because, when someone's so miserable in their relationship or their household, and then they're coming over here and trying to get energy from someone outside of the situation, if you are tired of that and you take yourself out of the equation, that literally makes that person have to sit in their life, right? And they don't have that release to go, blow off steam and then go back to this, and then they can deal with this over here for another 2 weeks and be fine and then come over here. You're taking that away. And so this person really will have to take a long look at the life they're building for themselves and live it every day, and really start to think, like, if nothing changed, could I stay in this? Am I happy here, right? So we're going to take a look at energy that'll hurt and help, as well as some advice down here for you. Energy that will hurt, 3 of Cups reversed, right? This is you going back to a situation where you're being the third person. We have a situationship card here, right? Tell me about that. Okay, so here's the thing, Aquarius. It's really hard, the situation you're in, because you really do care about this person. But what this is saying is it's difficult that you're very committed to this, right? Whereas your person, they couldn't commit to you if they wanted to right now, because they don't have it to give. So this is talking about giving like full-time attention to a relationship that your person is only bringing part-time love, right? Now you're doing it because you love this person. You've fallen in love with this person. So of course you want to give them all of your time. You want to show them what a great partner you would be. But that's actually hurting the situation. And that kind of goes back to what we were talking about over here. Advice to think about is the Empress. So this is a waiting period, right? This is, what will the future hold with this individual? This is actually asking you to look at the long run rather than the short term. So this is saying that there's something about the way that you're operating that you're not, that's exactly it. You're not looking at the outcome further down the line. I think you've been spending a lot of time trying to show this person how great you are so that they leave this energy over here. But really, like I said, all that's doing is just giving that person more energy so that they can stay where they are. So this is saying that there's a waiting period, that you don't know what the future holds. So before you get very disappointed or depressed, it's almost like don't throw it all away at this point, because there seems like there's going to be some sort of plot twist in this relationship. That's what I was saying. It looks like somebody's going to end up leaving the person they're dealing with. Judgment in the reverse can talk about a divorce. Hierophant reversed. See, so that's also a separation. So there's a plot twist here. The thing about it is if you keep allowing the third party relationship to happen, that's only going to keep the marriage or the relationship going longer, versus if you pull yourself away. So don't get very depressed, because Three of Cups also talks about being very disappointed, getting really, really down, allowing it to affect your self-esteem, knocking you out of alignment with yourself, right? And this relationship, if you really kind of start letting all those things fester, this will start lowering your self-esteem. So Spirit is saying, maybe right now it doesn't seem like it's going the way that you want it to, right? But the new plan that you have to kind of remove yourself, that actually is going to set new events in motion where this is going to come to an end. So the advice here is the Empress, to work on yourself, right? Because something that I'm hearing very strongly is this relationship happened for you in a lot of ways because at the time that you met this person, that was all that you were comfortable giving, or that was all that you were comfortable being a part of. Like, okay, it's okay to see a person part-time, or I can look good one day a week, or I can be the perfect person, 3 times a month, right? And so you found yourself in a situation like this because at the time that was all you were comfortable with giving. This card is actually talking about months down the line, if this individual contacts you and says, I'm in love with you, I want to be with you, let's make this happen today. Are you ready to suddenly be with this person every day, all day long? Or are there things that you want to get ready before you have someone in your life full time? And that's kind of what this is talking about. Rather than get very sad and very depressed at the way this is going, it's almost like Spirit saying, okay, have the foresight to know this person was in a karmic connection. They're finishing this up. In the meantime, though, what is it that would trigger you or make it difficult for you to be in a long-term relationship? This is giving you the time to figure that out. It's literally almost the energy of like when you buy new furniture and you know that it's got a delivery date. You go in your living room and you get rid of all the furniture to make space for the new stuff. Maybe you paint your walls before it comes, whatever you do, so that when it arrives, it's not you being unexpected and having 2 couches or, and that's a very mundane example, but it very much is what I'm seeing here is like this person's finishing up their thing. This wasn't meant to go the distance. This wasn't meant to last. But now this person came into your life so that you could see that you actually do want something long-term, right? Because I feel like initially that kind of scared you a little bit. Whereas now you're like, wow, this is something I'm really into, and I don't want a part-time connection anymore. Spirit's saying use this time to get your affairs in order, right? So please don't start feeling sad, because even if you feel like your person is gone, they will come back, okay? Now, energy that can help, 5 of Pentacles. Nice. So this is literally saying until this person assesses their relationship and does something different and decides to leave this person, keep turning them down in the romantic department, because they're definitely going to ask you if you'd like to strike up a situationship with them, or if you want to continue an affair or restart an affair, right? Keep reminding this person that they're committed to someone else. And that will be very helpful if you just tell them like, oh no, you know what? I thought I could do this. I just can't. You have a husband, you have a wife. That's where you need to be, right? I'm looking for something that's not temporary. I'm going to do something else. I value your friendship, right? But I can't keep doing this. And so keep sending that person back to where they came from, because that's what's going to trigger the Tower moment that the Star in the reverse talks about. That's them having to go live this life that they're not happy with. And then, boom, it's going to hit them. Not only am I stuck here, but looking over there, my Aquarius might be dealing with someone else. They might be leaving to go give all that love and attention they gave to me to someone else. Can I deal with that? Can I watch that? Can I live that way, right? All right, outcome, strength, and games. So this is you not succumbing to temptation. This is you kind of seeing it for what it is. Your person is still getting there, right? You get it, they don't. This is talking about you pulling back from this connection, not waiting around. You're making a decision for your outcome or your future that until this person separates from whoever this is up here, you're not willing to continue doing this anymore because you see that this is a cycle that you don't want to feed into, right? So very good. Good for you. We're going to take a look over here at your person's energy, and then I'll take it to the extended. So your person right now is very confused, right? They've got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies. They're trying to keep it all up in the air. They're trying to paint the picture of a happy home life. They're trying to act like you don't exist, right? And they're playing so many roles that it's starting to confuse them as to what they really want, right? Your person seems like they really want a divorce. Single card, geez, even if they're not saying it, right? Maybe they're not even telling you. Maybe they're just like, oh, you know, we just don't always get along. But they're not even telling you how hard it is for them, right? Maybe they show a lot of loyalty to their wife, their husband, their fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, doesn't matter. When they're talking to you, maybe it's like, oh, I don't feel like I could leave, or oh, it's not that bad. In reality, this person is dreaming about the day they get a divorce. They're dreaming about when they can be single, right? Star in the reverse for how they view you. They see you moving away from this connection, Aquarius, because you are the star, right? That's literally what I was saying. They'll feel like they're losing you. So they're having a moment, right? They're having a little bit of a breakdown because in their own relationship, they're feeling like there's things their partner is doing that's not going to help the connection. They're realizing that this isn't their person. They're realizing this isn't going to work, that they don't have the same connection with that person over there that they have with you, right? And they're also really worried that you're leaving, right? You're going to take yourself out of the equation. They can't tell what you're doing. Some of you Aquariuses have just flat out told them, like, until you make a decision, you can't come back here, right? Go back to wherever you came from. They can't tell if you mean that or not. So I think that's what that Six of Cups and flirtation is about, because they're going to try you. They're going to be like, hey, Aquarius, like, what's up, right? So they're going to see if you're going to stand on your decision. But at the moment, they can't tell. They feel like they've lost you. And that's what this appearance is about. I feel like that literally is your person's life right now, is keeping up appearances and trying to see what everybody else is doing, right? Trying to figure out, did you mean it when you were done? Is their person really their person, right? Nine of Cups for how this is affecting them. Well, they're very depressed, right? And they're considering walking away from something that's been making them miserable for what looks like a very long time. All right, yep. They're thinking a lot about what it will feel like to lose you. And they're looking at their decision to hold on to their marriage, their relationship. They're looking back at the past. They're looking at who brought what to the table between you and the person that they're with. So they know that they have to make a huge decision, because right now they are completely depressed, which it's interesting because your card is coming out as despair as well. So this could be, like I said, that karmic partner and that twin situation, right? This is going to be a lot to figure out for your person, but I do see them getting there. It's just taking time. That's exactly it. The hard part, though, is as long as you keep making yourself an option, you keep giving them a decision to make that includes you and puts you on this emotional roller coaster, right? So it's time for you to remove yourself from this so that they can feel this Nine of Swords energy, because this person really wants to kind of have their cake and eat it too. And maybe in the beginning that was a little bit okay because you weren't ready for anything serious, but times have changed, right? All right, I'm going to pull you some oracle cards, Aquarius, and we are going to take it over to the extended reading. So we're going to see what your person thinks of the situation, and we're going to see how they feel about you, what they want, what they're doing now, as well as what they will do and why. We're going to take a look at how that will affect you, and we're going to pull some more advice, because you can never have too much advice when it's coming from the divine spirit that comes through these cards. All right, so let me Nice. Okay, so this is saying don't worry. You have a romantic partner. This person, I do believe, is your match. I feel like they just had something they needed to finish up. But that's nice because it's as if you can kind of emotionally detach, this is giving you the time you need to finish up anything that could provide you with any insecurities that may have you sabotage this connection when it really comes into fruition as a full-time thing, right? All right, so romantic partner. We have rest. You've been working hard, take a nap, get some rest. Why do these connect? Because your person is here, so stop stressing. It doesn't look the way you think it's gonna look right now, and maybe it's not taking like the course that you expect it to, but that doesn't mean that it's not happening. So this is saying to rest your mind. We have letting go, tranquility, make time to relax, be still and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. Aquarius, these two cards are saying exactly the same thing. And this really is kind of what I think you're trying to do, where you're like releasing this to the universe. Like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to keep trying to show this person how great I am. The thing is, you already have. You've already shown them. They know, right? Now it's time to show them what it feels like when you're not there. So this is time to do the self-care thing that we talked about, right? We have kick up your heels, self-forgiveness, let go of old guilt, and remember that you're God's perfect child. So this is asking you to really celebrate who you are. Please, please, please don't get into that mode of like, oh, nothing ever works. Nobody ever loves me. I try and try, right? Like, don't do that. Okay. Know that you're amazing. Know that everything is working in your highest good, even if it doesn't feel like it. And you have two cards that literally say, let go, let go. You've got cards saying relax. And then you have a card showing you that the person that you want is on their way. But this almost looks like they're coming towards you from afar, right? It's taken them a while to get here. Finally, we have self-reliance, clarified by two cards that talk about being helped, right? So this here, Aquarius, I feel like you are very, very independent. You have a card that's asking you to look at how you allow people to help you, right? So that's very interesting because I feel like your independence plays a huge part in your relationships. This is asking you to take a look at how you receive love. Are you such a giver? And then, you're so self-reliant that you don't enforce reciprocity, right? Because you don't feel like you need people to give to you. These two cards literally are talking about help coming in for you, but also you looking at how do you let your guard down to allow people to play a role in your life. It could be too with this individual that they can't tell if you have room for them in your life, right? Because you've given off this air of like, I don't want anything serious. You know what I mean? Now you've caught feelings and you want something serious. But if you've been in a space of being by yourself or always kind of having that relationship with yourself where there's no room for anyone else, that might be another thing that you want to take a look at, right? Because everybody wants to feel needed. And I feel like that's part of your person's situation is that they want to feel needed and they're not feeling needed in their connection. So that's why they look for you. So we have helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. And then we have your being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. And that's exactly what I was telling you is that this is a plot twist. There's more to this than meets the eye. I'm interested in who your helpful person is though. But this could even be that you have a friend that can give you very valuable insight if you're willing to open up, right? Sometimes with Aquarian energy, it's very much like, I don't want to talk about it. There's no need to bother people with it. But it could be that somebody actually has been through the situation you've been through, and they have a perspective that they can share with you that might help kind of ease your burdens or your mental, like if you're really stressed. Also, this could be you just getting out of your head, right? Ask people to hang out with you. Don't feel like that's you being needy. If you need to be around people, that's great. It will take your mind off of this, right? But keep in mind that heaven is orchestrating things behind the scenes to help you, right? So it's sending you help you can see and sending you help that you can't see so that everything will work out in your highest good. All right, Aquarius, I am going to take it over to the extended. I'm going to look at everything that we talked about. And that is all I have for you, but I hope this reading was able to provide you with clarity, whether you purchase the extended reading or not. Take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye. There's a lot in this where they're going to have to really trust their intuition or follow their heart, because I feel like the person that they're connected to has provided them with some sort of stability or security, but there's no love here. I don't feel like they're in love with this person at all. I feel like the sexual chemistry is non-existent when it comes to their union. I feel like this person that your person is dealing with, like I said, is trying to move the situation along. So they could be like, okay, now we need to get married, or why don't we have kids yet? Or we need to move, or we need to do something that's got your person, Aquarius, feeling like they're running out of time. They're starting to feel as though they're being put in a box, because the way that I'm feeling, it's like my anxiety is being triggered right now as I'm tapping into your person's energy. They're doing a lot of thinking about what makes them happy. What do they want, right? How can they get to this Four of Wands energy? I think before they met you, they thought that this was as good as it would get with this person. And they were willing to sacrifice what they really wanted, which seems like some sort of passion or love. They were willing to sacrifice this for stability.